Hey there, welcome back to Tanya's Digital Art channel. Today we're diving into the world of fun effect stamps that will take your illustrations to the next level. If you've been following the previous tutorials, you've already got a great personalized brush set including sketching pencils, textured and non-textured brushes, shading and texture brushes. These fun effect stamps are the perfect addition to your creative toolkit. Just take a look at these illustrations. In this one, I've used a stroke stamp in the background. With this mantis, I've used a flower stamp. With this Groot fan art, I've used a splash stamp on the leaves, as well as a splash stamp in the background. And on this Mirabelle fan art, I've used a dot stamp in the background. As you can see, the stamps are very versatile. You can use them as backgrounds or you can use them within the illustration itself. First things first, open up Procreate and create a square canvas. The first fun effect stamp we're going to make is a simple dot stamp. Scroll all the way down to the vintage brushes. Now I'm going to choose Myrtle. You can choose any brush that you want for the dots. You could use something from inking, such as the dry ink, something from painting, whatever you prefer. Adjust the brush size to your liking. I'm going to make some dots of different sizes. Just randomly over the canvas. You can make it into any shape that you want. It can be more circle, it can be square. And I have my dots quite close together, but yours could be spread out more as long as it is centered in the canvas. Once you're happy with your dot stamp, tap on the wrench icon, share, save as PNG. Save to your camera roll. And for now, turn off the layer. Make a new layer. For the next stamp brush, I'm going to make some lines. Again, you can do whatever you want. You can make squiggly lines, straight lines, whatever you want. I'm going to go to charcoals and choose 6B compressed. You can, if you're drawing lines, you can simply just draw them in the center of the canvas like that, or all over the canvas if you want. Just to be a little bit more precise, I'm going to go to the wrench icon, turn on drawing guide, edit drawing guide, and increase the grid size until I have a square the size that I like in the center. Okay, make sure I'm on the new layer. And draw your lines inside the box. You don't have to do them this straight, but if you want them straight, just keep your pencil on the canvas until it makes a complete straight line. Again, do as many lines as you want, or as many wavy lines, or whatever it is that you're drawing. Okay, I'm going to turn off the drawing guide. Okay, again, I'm going to share it as a PNG. Save image, turn it off, make a new layer. For the next stamp brush, I'm going to make some squiggly lines like this. Okay, I'm going to go to the artistic set and choose the Aurora brush. Okay, now I want the stamp to be in a circle shape. So I'm going to go to the selection tool, make sure it's on ellipse, a circle shape, Tap the brush, make sure it's the right brush. Okay, when you're done, tap the selection tool again, and there's your stamp. I'm going to save it as a PNG. Okay, turn off the layer, make a new layer for the fourth stamp. For this one, we're going to make a leaf stamp. So again, I want a round shape. For this one, I'm going to go to the drawing brush set and choose this one here, Freshenet. And again, I want to make a circle shaped stamp. I'll tap the ribbon icon, make sure it's on ellipse, and make another big circle. Choose the brush and start drawing leaves.
That you can't win. When all is said and done, I hope that we can be friends.
You can unselect, and as with the others, we'll share as a PNG, save it to the camera roll. Okay, and now we have our 4 stamps and we're ready to make the brushes. We'll go to the brush set that we want to use. Tap on the plus sign, go to shape, edit, import a photo, and we'll start with the first one, the dots. We want the stamp, or the part that we want to show of the stamp, to be white. So 2-finger tap to invert. Tap done, go to stroke path. Now the spacing is how far apart you want the stamps to show. At the moment you can see it's very close, but that's not what we want. If we increase, as you increase the spacing, you see that the stamps get further and further apart. So here you can modify it according to how far apart you want your stamp. I'm going to leave it at about 87. Okay, let's increase the preview size so that you can see it better. I'm going to go to properties and increase the maximum size. Okay, let's go to shape. Here we can scatter it. Again, scatter it as much as you want. Okay. You can add some rotation. You can see it changes how it stamps on. If you don't want it to scatter and you want it to be the same every time, then don't add any scatter. Go to the Apple Pencil. I'm going to decrease the opacity all the way down. If you want your stamp to have different levels of opacity depending on how hard you tap the brush, you can leave it. You can adjust it to what you want. I don't want different levels of opacity, so I'm going to turn it off. It's the same with the size. If you want the size to be different depending on how hard you tap with the pencil, you can adjust that. Okay, we'll go to properties, increase the maximum size to how you want it. Clear that. Turn that off, make a new layout, see how it looks. Okay, that looks good. And if you want it to be bigger, maybe to use it as a background, you can do that. You can increase the size. You can always adjust the size later, depending on what you want to use it for. Let's use the stamp preview and turn down the size.
Caught me in an endless street.
Okay, let's duplicate this brush to make the next stamp. Tap on the brush, go to shape, edit, import a photo, and go to the next one, which was the lines. It's already saved the settings from the last one, because the last one we inverted it with the 2-finger tap, so we don't have to do that. Okay, this one has the settings from the previous brush. So if you're happy with those settings, you can just leave them, or you can adjust them. Let's make this one bigger. Let's randomize it. Increase the size. Okay, great. Let's duplicate the original one again. Tap on it, shape, edit, import a photo. Okay. This one I think I'm going to make it quite big because I think it would look great as a background. Adjust the size at the side. There we go. I think that would make a good background. You can adjust the opacity, change the color, do what you want. Okay, and of course that preview is too big, so we can decrease it here in the properties. Okay, that's better. Let's duplicate the original one again. Tap on the brush, shape, edit, import a photo, and get the last one, which was the leaf one, and tap done. Okay, so again you can play around with the size, the scatter it a bit more, make it bigger. Okay, like with my mantis, this can be used as a background. Or you can make it smaller and use it inside an illustration. It's up to you. If you want to add some texture to your leaves, you could use a textured brush, or let's duplicate that. Go to green, edit, import, go to the source library, and one texture that is really fun is the bonobo, and I'm gonna 2-finger tap to get it white. Now you can see it has the texture from the green. Let's see how it looks. Let's make it bigger and maybe get a different color. Now you can see that it has a really nice texture to it. So play around with the settings, add green sources, add texture, use whatever brush you want, the design that you want. But with these simple steps, you can make some really fun brushes. Don't forget to go to About This Brush and name your brush, put your photo, and create the new reset point. This way, if you make any changes later and you don't like them, or you want to go back to the original settings, you can. And there you have it. You just created your own custom fun effect stamps to level up your illustrations. Remember, these stamps can be used in the background or as part of your artwork. The possibilities are endless. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait, no, it's living with no shame. Wait, no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us.